Welcome again to this Ambura place. In this tutorial, we will be exploring a new way of controlling things. On previous occasions, we experimented with voice commands to send instructions to a server in order to be processed and trigger an action based on that command. Today, I brought you this MediaPipe platform. This platform contains a set of frameworks and libraries closely related to innovative machine learning features. Among them, you will find interesting features like face recognition and gesture recognition for different environments. So, we will pick a gesture recognition for the web toolkit. We will assemble this infrastructure with our voice server. We will add a new page containing libraries required for gesture recognition and functions for sending and controlling the instructions associated with certain gestures. Let's get into it. For this endeavor, we will need to revisit our previous voice controlling tutorial, more precisely the Node.js server component, which is in charge of rendering HTML files and processing incoming instructions from the HTML page. Also, we will be using 4 switches device we built. Bear in mind, you can test this by using another thing like some effect on the web page. That would be the simplest thing. For example, changing some HTML feature. But you can trigger whatever you want. You can send a kind of request by sending a request to a server. You can implement a WebSocket to forward the stream to the server. Imagination is your limit. As mentioned, we will add a new page to our original voice controller page that will be rendered by the same server. This new page will reuse the same resources in the form of a Node.js server. Once the gesture is recognized by the MediaPipe library, which is, by the way, a stream of data acknowledging continuously the images from the webcam, a function called toAction will filter and process the mentioned stream in order to detect a specified pattern. For example, the open palm or closed palm, and send a single unified instruction. So we will be adding 3 new components or files to the original project: gesturescript.js, gesturestyle.css, and gestures.html, and modifying slightly the server.js. Not much to say about the CSS file. This will be adding the original style sheet downloaded from the samples in the MediaPipe example resources. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the rest. A simple addition has been made in order to render the new HTML in the server.js. Not much to say about this component, the gesturescript.js, which is basically pretty much the same as you will find in the examples. I removed redundant stuff. You will find the configuration of the gesture recognition, the setting of the function of the click and changes of the web page to control some minimal behaviors like the webcam activation. Notice in the create gesture recognizer component, this resource gesture recognizer.task is called. This is where the gestures are programmed to be recognized. It's written in a special language and you can modify it and make your own. We will be diving deep into this in the update for this tutorial to increase the gestures we work with. A function has been added, doAction, to filter the stream and send the instruction. As you can see, an if-else set of decision making has been used. Reka does not like that. It's not the Amburos way. We will be correcting that shortly by adding some polymorphism. Very simple HTML, containing the includes of the required style and JavaScript component, and the required video tag for showing the webcam stream. Notice we add our JS script at the end. Very important. So, what is next? Well, my idea is to dive deep into tasks to enhance the variety and complexity of gestures by recognizing left and right hands, recognizing more gestures, and maybe combining hands to create complex gestures. It will give us a wider spectrum to control more things. Also, I would like to improve the settings and processing of the instructions by adding polymorphism. See you in the next one and have a good one. As I mentioned, the task used in the demo is kind of limited, and I will be adding one with more gestures. In order for you to test it right away, I built a switch emulator composed of a single table and HTML circle elements. The script, besides sending the request to the server, changes the color attribute of the corresponding circle. Feel free to implement the changes that you need to have other mechanisms. I will be enhancing this in the future, as I stated. Bear in mind, I used thumbs up and thumbs down in the first four configuration as an on-off indicator. So, as an example, I will point in up and thumb up to turn on switch 1, and point up and thumb down to turn it off, and so on. So basically, I used these combinations to control the switches.
Rocket and Burrow Tech. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support our channel.